It's only a matter of time before you hear about the study by Dr. Laura Zheng of Stanford University, their psychology department, where she did a study on forgiveness she surveyed 600 people and found the results of that study said that forgiveness doesn't lead to healing. It can lead to, people recreating the same type of trauma. And I have seen this going viral on all the different mediums, credible therapists talking about it, the Maha wellness grifters talking about it, to which I'm going to tell you two things: the validity of the study and then the reality of the psychological findings of forgiveness and healing. Number one, Dr. Laura Zheng of Stanford University and this survey about forgiveness and healing does not exist. This is completely manufactured by somebody on social media. Other creators have then recaptured the whole thing, tried to make it their own. AI has picked it up and now is repackaging it to other valid creators that are using AI to be able to repackage their content out of surveys without actually reading the surveys. But either well-intended or not well-intended, basically AI now is perpetuating this as valid scientific findings, and none of it exists. Number two, the validity of forgiveness and healing is this: forgiveness is not a destination you strive for. It is an assimilation. It is an integration. It is a transmutation of suffering for the individual. If two things are present, they have a desire for that integration, and if the injury is small. If you talk about giving it to people to practice, it is not a valid way for them to get to any healing modality. If they even want to do it, but it's a major trauma, or they have major injury in attachment, or any of these type of, if they come from abuse in any way, it will not be a valid modality for them to ever integrate into wholeness of the experience, because forgiveness in that modality is just the injury repackaged. People will integrate it believing that they are at a point of forgiving the person that hurt them, or the people, or the culture, or whatever. And that's just because the psychological narrative wants to repeat the injury to get to the same resolve. So people will often say, I have forgiven them, and then repackage their origin injury in a new cloak and then have worse trauma. So it takes a very practiced clinician to understand the difference between giving someone practices and exercises of forgiveness, if it is actually beneficial to their healing and integration, comparative to just giving people this practice blindly to where it can lead them to a worse road than the beginning. And the most powerful thing about forgiveness is that it is not necessary for healing. It is a point of arrival for the individual that looks like peace within the body or indifference about it. It is a point that arrives when there is integration of the individual between what was done to them and who they have become because of it. It feels much more indifferent, and often forgiveness can look like in behaviors of the individual that they are much more colder or meaner or stronger or grounded than they were before. Forgiveness doesn't look like softening, loving kindness toward the people that have hurt them. It often can look like they finally got the courage that they once wished for. And forgiveness is never about the individual that harmed you. They didn't deserve you in the first place, and they definitely don't deserve your loving compassion now. Forgiveness is for you, if you want to do the work. And if you don't, you can be whole and integrated regardless. And everybody have discernment about who you listen to and what you perpetuate as science, because most of social media isn't valid. Dr. Laura Zheng isn't a real person. Dr. Laura Valentina is. Clock it.